Welcome back to Rise Above with Simple Healthier Living. This is going to be part 4 of the Grow Tent series, where I promised you that we would get into my hydroponic bucket system. So I already have 7 of the 8 buckets lined up along this side of the Grow Tent. This is going to be a fun project for me this year. Every year I do something a little bit different, but this year I'm going to try to grow cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli. So I'm going to post a picture of where I purchased these on Amazon. Now, I really do love this bucket system, but I do not use it as it was designed. But I'll show you what I purchased. You've already seen the 7 buckets in the tent. I'll have 1 bucket on the table here, and I'll show you what it came with. So you could see my very first year, I thought that I needed buckets. Look at all 8 of these cords. They were a nightmare inside of the grow tent. I thought that I needed buckets that had aeration in them, that blew little air bubbles. I thought it was really, really great for what I was doing. I didn't have to have those, like you put in fish tanks, aerators, because these just go directly into these tubes. And with this aeration system, when it's plugged in, there's no on-off switch, so it has to work on your timer with your lights. Just standard plug-ins, but it was just one more plug-in that I needed. But you could see that it's on low. And you can increase it or decrease it based off of whatever you want for your air bubbles. Now, I will keep this system because I have other experiments that I want to use it with, especially if I ever get a second grow tent and keep this one as my cool tent and have a second grow tent as my hot tent. But once I started learning about the Kratky method, which is Kratky, hydroponics. The Kratky method shows you that you don't need all this fancy equipment. But one of the reasons why I love these buckets is just the different features that it has on it. First of all, it has these big neti pots, lids that already fit. I'll tell you how I use this tube that used to have the port for the air bubbles in it, how I use this, and it has become absolutely valuable to me. So if I had to buy 8 more of these buckets, I probably would, because I really do like this bucket system. I just don't have a need for the air bubbles now. So I filled up all of my buckets with nutrients, and I'll show you on this one why I love these buckets. Let me just say, if I needed to buy a bunch of black food grade buckets and then buy all of these fittings and grommets and this hose system and the clamps, drill the holes and do all of this, just not worth it to me. This is why I love these buckets. Let me zoom in here and show you how I use these buckets. Okay, I'm going to try to do this one-handed, but as you can see, I have most of the water that I need in this bucket. I'm going to top off this bucket until I can see that the water is at the very bottom. I don't know if you can see this water line right here. I need to mark this because it's going to be very, very important going forward after we plant inside of here and the root system begins to grow. Because with hydroponics, you want aerated roots. So we're going to want at least this much space for our air roots and then our nutrients below. But to get my roots started, I need to know where the bottom of the neti pot is. And then as the roots start to grow, and as the air roots start to grow, I will maintain a lower level of the nutrients. So this will be very important in the months to come. So how I know where the water level is inside of the bottom of this neti pot, found a cute little way here. I just use a zip tie. You can see my water level right here. I just wrap a zip tie around it. That way I know without having to peek in here where the water level would be at the bottom of the neti pot. So some people ask, what are my yellow pieces of tape that's on the side of my buckets? I label the seeds that I planted, what they are, and the date. I've had some critics say, well, you're not aerating these. Well, I know that when I lift these up to check the roots and see how things are going, I mix them a little. I am creating some oxygen. If at any point I think that the plant needs more oxygen, I've only had to do this a couple of times, 35% hydrogen peroxide. I buy it in a bigger bottle. Always put some in here. If I needed to, I could add a couple of drops into my nutrient water, and it adds oxygen. It's really amazing what hydrogen peroxide does for all of God's creations. Okay, here's going to be the fun part. I've been looking forward to this since I cleaned out the tent. So one of the things I could never grow in my garden outside was the brassica family. Cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage. I've just never had any success. So one morning I woke up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and the good Lord said, why not try to grow them in your grow tent? So this is a total experiment. I hope you follow along with this journey. If we have successes, yay. If we do not, you'll see it live on video. Here's kind of what I was thinking today. I'm going to be planting my seeds in the center of this and filling it around with LECA rocks. So I had an idea. I do not want all of my expandable soil or these other pellets I'm going to try to use this year to completely fall through this large mesh. So I had some screen left over from my motorhome, that soft, pliable stuff. I just kind of cut it up. And remember all these cups that I made for what I was doing several years ago? So I had extras. I decided to cut the bottoms off of them with this mesh. I'm going to put those on top of the mesh, fill this with some sort of an expandable soil, put them in the center of the large neti pots, and then spread my LECA rocks all the way around to keep it all braced. Who knows? I don't know if this will work or not, but this is kind of my idea. And like I said, I experiment. I want to learn some different ways that are cheaper, homemade. We'll see. Because I want to be able to, once they start growing, lift it up off of there and the plant still be growing. Don't know if it'll work. So I have some toilet paper rolls, and I was just going to cut them into half, set them on the screen, fill this with soil. Then as the plant starts to grow, pull that off, or it's a softer material, I could always cut around it and remove it. So that's just my idea. So let's go in the grow tent. Let's get started. So hopefully you can see, because I'm sitting on the ground, you can see that the water is right at the very bottom of the neti pot, which is going to be important for the first several weeks of the growth. Here's the little mesh, putting it in the center. I'm putting these cups upside down because they're tapered. That way I'm able to pull them off, if my idea works, as the plant starts to grow. And then the LECA rocks will hold it into place. Centered. I'm going to cover up this hole. Okay, held into place. So I'm going to grow 2 broccoli. One I'm going to put in the little drinking cups, and the other one toilet paper. I'm going to grow 2 cabbage, one in the drinking cup, one in the toilet paper. I'm going to grow 3 cauliflower, one in the drinking cup, one in the toilet paper roll, and the third one in a drinking cup. So for the little drinking cups, I'm going to use these little pellets. I've never used them before. So let's see what happens with them. Then for the toilet paper rolls, I've already moistened up some of my expandable soil. Okay, for all of these, I have all the soil in each one of my little containers, except for the last one. I wanted to show you that I'm not really impressed with these, but I'm still going to use them because I already said this is my experiment this year. Okay, I'm going to drop this tablet down into the center of my cup. I'm using straight water. I water my plants in the very beginning with well water or filtered water. But I'm going to expand. Here we go. You'll see why I'm not real impressed. Just let this video roll because I want you to see how it just keeps growing and growing. Let me show you one that I did earlier. So only for the sake of this video, I'm going to plant 2 seeds per container. And then I will have to thin them out as they begin to grow. All right, so I've got those all covered up. Last thing I need to do is lower the lights. Okay, so all of the lights have been lowered down. I think for part 5 of this series, I'm going to go ahead and plant something I've been wanting to try in the 8th bucket. That way I could be done with the buckets and we could just kind of check up on them every once in a while. So on the 8th bucket, I'm going to try Tiny Tim tomatoes. Thanks for watching. Who knows what I'm going to come up with next? If any of this has helped you or inspired you or gave you some other ideas of doing some things, please like, share with other people. It only helps the algorithm.